Well, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Doing a little actual motor vlog today. Headed out for a little cruise. Somebody in the local riding group has a barbecue truck, I guess, or I don't know how you explain it. Big old grill on the trailer. And he's coming to the hangout spot up here for lunch today. In 1 minute, actually. So I saw him posting about it yesterday on there too, and there was a follow-up message saying everything is sold out, and that, I believe that came pretty quick. So I'm trying to give me some barbecue. I'm fucking hungry. And man, I wasn't thinking about it, but yesterday on the garage door there's these springs above it that basically help support the door and help the garage door opener be able to open it. Well, one of those fucking things broke. So the garage door opener couldn't open the door, so I had to fucking shove a 2x4 under it to get like the first little spot, I guess. The first panel, I don't know how you want to look at it. The first like 2 feet of lifting the door up. Shit's hard as fuck because it's trying to go around that curve. And once I got past that point, I was able to get it up, but I didn't think about that until I just now had to leave. So that was kind of a bitch. Made me leave a little bit late. I decided I'd come out and maybe do just a little motor vlog today. I've been getting a lot of requests to stop with the fucking edits all the time and do another motor vlog again. So here I am. Get out, it's a nice day out. I think it's about 85, 90, somewhere around there. Go for a little cruise, get some bar. What's new with me? Well, I haven't finished the KTM 105 mini sumo stunner yet, and I'm not really sure why. I just can't get myself to put the engine together. And one, it's gonna be a bitch because I stripped that whole fucking thing down, and there's way more parts than I thought there was gonna be. And replacing the bearings, there's one bearing in there, I think it's a water pump shaft or something. That thing is a bitch. And I ruined the first bearing trying to put it in already. I smell barbecue. Is that them over there? Barbecue truck. Yeah. Where's the barbecue? Where's the barbecue? Ah, the barbecue's right here.
I mean, you can still kind of kick out though. We're supposed to go across the street.
So I'm hoping the mic's working now. I've been having a lot of trouble with the mic working ever since I smashed my face into the ground, because that's right here where the camera's at and the mic adapter. I noticed the little adapter I had to have on there, it was all bent up, so I replaced that. But now at this point what's happening is it works. First time I put the battery and everything in, hook everything up, I can turn it on using my voice, and then all of a sudden when I stop somewhere and I start over, it doesn't work that time. I have to unplug the mic adapter from the camera and plug it back in to get it to work. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna keep troubleshooting, I guess. I'll probably end up having to get one of those mic adapters, which sucks because it's 50 bucks, and see if that's the problem. Man, it had me worried there for a moment. Thought I was about to take off. I think I'm gonna just avoid that Sheridan Street today, cause shit, I think I've been chased twice there and pulled over at least once for sure, maybe twice, but I can't remember the specific time. And I just need to avoid that area at least, I guess. I think I got a new tire coming for this today. We had a memorial ride for Will. Homie had passed away last year, and last year, which was the first time when we did it, everybody pulled right up on the spot and did a huge burnout. Probably like 6 to 8 people doing burnouts. And we also had to shut down the street. But this year, there's so much construction, we could just stay over in the one side. But it did a fucking huge ass burnout. And I took like huge chunks out of the tire, which was perfectly fine because it's the 160 and it's just a piece of shit. I really don't like having a 160 on here. 150 is definitely the way to go. Stock is 140. So I don't know if I even said it. Man, ADD is kicking in today. But the whole reason I was bringing up the tires because I ordered a new one, a 150, and I'm pretty sure it's actually being delivered today. But I'm gonna hold off on putting it on for a minute because I'm trying to decide still. You know, I powder coated these wheels on here white, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to redo it and do a two-tone and do like half white and then like half a teal color that matches this. What else is going on? Well, I think I know I don't really talk about it much, but I think one episode I might have mentioned the medical issue I got going on, and still seems to be getting worse, and the doctors can't 100% figure out what it is exactly. But what's happening is I'm having just like a ton of pain in my legs, which at times makes it hard to just walk around, and also even want to get up and do shit, to be honest. So far, I spent the last 2 years, as it slowly progressed even worse, going back and forth from doctors. I've been through MRIs and every kind of blood test or whatever there is, and physical therapy and a chiropractor and injections in my back, and so far literally nothing has even begun to help. And the only thing they could physically see or find is that at one point in time I fractured 2 vertebrae in my back, which I think I know what that is. It's caused by, one of the major causes at least, is by lifting something really heavy. And I hurt my back at one point in time. I was doing an appliance repair as a job, and somebody at work challenged me to a lift off. We had this refrigerator, small refrigerator with no doors on it, and it was to see who could press it the most times over their head, and I ended up winning. I don't know if that was the cause of this, then I'm still dealing with it. But shortly after I lifted that, I bent over to pick something up off the floor, and I didn't stand up back up straight for about 3 months. So I'm thinking that's when it happened, but not 100% positive. fractured at one point in time. And they could tell that had 2 small bulging discs. I guess from the fracture it allowed the disc to bulge out just a little bit. And it's likely that maybe those bulging discs are pushing on nerves and that's what's causing all my pain. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I've gone to the wrong doctor or the technology doesn't exist. That and I'm no doctor, so I probably sound stupid if you know more about medical shit than I do, but I would think that they would be able to see some shit crushing the nerves, but I don't know how that shit works. So anyways, if that is the case, the surgeon there, he said, I'm not gonna do surgery because you're too young and it's too risky, because I could be paralyzed, I guess, from the surgery, or it could get worse. So he didn't want to do it. So maybe I end up at a different doctor and they can figure this shit out. They're like, this is definitely it. Let's do this little surgery real quick and get me back to normal. But I don't know. I'm gonna go find a regular primary care doctor in a whole different system, and see if they can move me around over there and figure something out. I was getting a little swervy. This is a pretty good wheelie road right here, Yale. It's just nice, it's 3 lanes wide, and it's actually well taken care of, so it's pretty smooth. Unlike the majority of roads in Tulsa. Give the people a little show. I'm working real hard on that brake, and really, what at least when I'm by myself consists of is just doing like I just did there, which is throwing it back and just putting a little pressure on the brake and feeling it out and just pushing back and forth and just getting a feel for it and making that response using that foot brake as just a natural thing, you know, that happens, so I don't even need to think about it anymore. Then I can start getting smooth, but still not fucking with the handbrake. I get really tempted and I want to try it, but each time I'm like, no dude, you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna be just fucking around doing stand-up shit and not really master that foot brake. So I'm gonna keep going on the foot brake. I need to get that shit down. What else is going on? You know, Thomas got the Harley, the Sportster, and dude, this dude keeps sending me Harley videos and tagging me in Harley videos, and just this week he was sending me some shit. Dude doing circles at the lot with a fucking bagger. And I'm like, that looks insane. I'll probably never be able to do circles, to be honest with you. Like, the lot isn't even really my thing. I just kind of want to squid out in the street. And that, I'm just imagining, you know, the balance of the weight and shit in a circle, moving it around to do a little tight circle. Doing that with a heavy ass bagger, like, that's fucking nuts. But I'm like, shit, I need to get a bagger. So I started doing a little research, and I'm not sure that little venture is gonna happen, because there's a lot of fucking money involved there. There's a reason you don't see many baggers out there studding or nothing. But I'm doing a little research, and between Street Glide and Road Glide, and the biggest thing that I found from asking around is that the Street Glide, everything up here with the fucking headlight, the stereo system, all that shit on there, all those extra things baggers got, is attached to the wheel like this is. And then on the Road Glide, all this shit is separate like on a sport bike. So with the Street Glide, that adds a lot of extra weight up there on the front end, steering wise. You know how the steering affects you in a wheelie. And I don't know. So I started doing a little research, looking through Facebook Marketplace. Those fucking things are like 10 grand. $10,000 for a used fucking Harley. They probably leaks a quarter oil a week. And then I'm like, well, let me see which one of those two has more stunt parts available, because I already know there's hardly any Harley stunt parts in the first place. And I find plenty for both actually, but the big difference is the fucking price. So I didn't look around, granted, but the one place I was looking at, Barrier Performance or some shit like that, the fucking chain drive conversion kit for that motherfucker was $1,099, so like $1,100 for a fucking chain drive. What the fuck? For the Dyna and the Sportster, that shit's like $400, I think, or 400 and some change. What in the fuck? How the fuck do you get an extra $600 fucking dollars just going from a Dyna / Sportster up to a Glide? I don't know. I don't know all that much about the drivetrain on Harleys, so maybe there's something crazy that's different there, that's more complicated. I don't know. I don't get it. Even like seats, like a stunt seat, the crash bar, shit like that. Shit's all more expensive. Like, just looking at it, there ain't no extra metal on there. It's the same fucking thing. Unless I'm missing something. I don't know. So, needless to say, $10,000 bike, $1,000 fucking, or $10,000 minimum, $1,000 chain drive conversion. I didn't even, just in the brief time I looked, I don't recall even seeing a handbrake kit, which I'm not too concerned about. I don't need a handbrake on a bagger. Stunt seat, more expensive. Engine cages, more expensive. I mean, you're talking like an extra $4 or $5 grand in stunt parts to set one up. Fuck that. You can have a Supermoto already set up for what you gotta spend just in stunt parts on a bagger. And that is one thing that I would not do if I did get a bagger, if I ever decide that, or any kind of Harley. There's no way in hell I'm selling the fucking Supermoto, because this motherfucker is the shit. This is the best fucking bike I've ever ridden. All around. You had everything together, no fucking doubt. This is the best bike. For me. Everybody's got their own bike. Let's do some brake work. If I even have anything anything else to talk about. To be honest with you, that's why y'all have seen so many edits. Is number one, I'm just not a conversation starter. Like at work, I can do it all day long. Outside of work, I don't really talk to people, and kind of antisocial, to be honest. I don't have nothing to talk about. That made it a whole fucking lot easier to just do an edit instead of doing a motovlog. So, but I've had several people say they enjoy the motovlog more. So, let me know down below if there's more than like. I mean, I've only got what, I don't even know, 250 subscribers. So, there's not really much interaction between y'all, to be honest. So I'd appreciate if you leave a message down below and tell me what you want to see. If you like just the stunt edits when we go on rides, or just in general. Do you like the actual motovlog? What do you want to see from me? Let me know. There's another thing I can talk about. What goals do I want to accomplish this riding season? Number one goal is to at least semi, like, intermediate level foot brake work, I guess, and be able to put it back far enough that I can slow down, because the whole, we were just talking about this earlier, the fucking stunt scene here in Tulsa is like, I don't know, I guess you consider anybody trying to do wheelies and shit like that the stunt scene, but me, Thomas on the Harley, and like 8 Groms. Harleys, mainly just Theo, which you can go check him out on Twitch, but probably not gonna see him many videos. That's where dude hangs out now. We got a couple, well, I think just one FRI in town, but I think he just chills at the lot. And there's a few other Sumos. The motorcycles is one thing that attracts so drastically different people that it's also hard to meet up sometimes, depending on what people do for a job. I mean, me personally, my schedule's all over the fucking place, so unless I request time off, that's the only way I'm going on rides and shit the majority of the time, or I just get lucky and have the day off. And that's the reason you probably don't see all those people in my videos very often. And there's not really, I mean, besides riding with a lot of those people, there's not many of them that I really talk to unless we're going to ride or something. I've never really been one to have much for friends. And Thomas comes over all the time. Thomas is a friend for sure. There's a lot of other people I'd like to be friends with outside of riding, but and I guess I call them friends, or at least a friend when riding, but I'm specifically saying friends outside of riding. There's people that I really only see when there's a larger ride at that, and oh, stopping for the crazy homeless person. And just making sure people are alright. Nice job, Emza. Nice job. Well, while they're there, let's push it. Oh, I thought that was a cop. Yep.
You got the GoPro on. I see you needed the tire on. You ain't stunned. You ain't stunned. You just burning up your tire and recording the smoke. Nah, man.
I mean, I did burn up the tire.
Yeah, I know you burned up the tire. I see the page. I see the GoPro, but you ain't out there stunned though.
And you watch. I'll give you a little bit. Everybody wants the wheelies, and then he's doubting. He says doubting. No, sir.
Sagging with the work like I'm doing my thing. Fuck them other niggas, had to get it on my own. Chuck the deuce to them, told them niggas I'm doing my thing.